Hello, hello. I looks like now I'm audible. Hi guys, everyone. What's up? Hello, hello. I looks like now I'm audible. Cool. Waiting for everyone to join in, and then we'll get started. Waiting for everyone to join in, and then we'll get started. Lead code monthly challenge problems. The first January to the 7th January, whatever problems have come in, we will be solving them. So just waiting for everyone to join in. Streaming after very long. नमस्ते आप लोग कैसे हो? How are you guys? I'll ask everyone to join. I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you? अ, आकाशी आए हो अभी तो आए हैं अभी से आए हो बोल रहे हो just arrived right 31 watching right cool 36 cool let's get started so the topic will definitely be lead code monthly challenge problems that's from the 1st January to the 7th January whichever problems did occur and for everyone who's new out here my I'll give you a short introduction of myself. My name is Raj Vikramaditya. I'm known as Trevor in the programming community. Currently, I'm working as a software engineer too. I'm a candidate master at Codeforces, a 6-star rated coder at CodeChef. I've been teaching from the past couple of years. I also run a YouTube channel which has around 130k plus subscribers. The channel goes by the name Take You Forward, and there's one more channel, Striver, which is near about 50,000 subscribers. Subjects that I primarily take are competitive programming, DS, Algo, and C++. So a lot of times what happens is candidates do miss out on great opportunities due to multiple reasons. They don't have a better great degree, or they don't have a great network, or your resume is not standing out among all those 100 who have applied to a lot of startups, or you have applied for 50, 60 companies and you're not getting a call back. This is where Relevel comes in, which is India's first test hiring platform backed up by Academy, which is helping job seekers find their dream jobs. You get a job on the basis of your skills and not the talent. You need not depend upon any degree or other people in your network. What are the benefits of participating in the Relevel test? There are over 50 plus companies, including Urban Trad, Upgrad, Urban Company, Cred, Razorpay, Misho, and there's a lot of other companies which are hiring across 1,000 plus job openings, including business development, front end development, and back end development. You can attempt this test for free. Yes, it's absolutely free. You can attempt this test for free. And once you attempt, you will get a Relevel score. And on the basis of that Relevel score, you can get your dream job within 15 days. Like once you have your Relevel score, you can start applying to the companies on their platforms. And what are you waiting for? You can book the slot as per your choice, and you can get a free sample test paper if you use my promo code, that is STRIVES Trevor. So what are you waiting for? Go and register for Relevel. Cool. I'll just quickly go to lead code. Just arrange this. दिख रहा है? Is it visible to everyone? So okay, so I'll just quickly open it up. Problems, and what I'll do is I'll do from easy, medium, and then we'll do the hard. Okay, I'll do the easy, medium, and then the hard. I'll just quickly open this up. This is the second. This is second, third day. This is the fourth day. This is, I think, the fifth day. This is the sixth day, and this is the, yeah, ये क्या खुल गया? This is carpooling. This is a 7 day. Okay, so I've opened everyone. So let's quickly write them up over here. So this is the first one. I think this is a hard one. Let's take the next one. I think this is a medium one. So let's take the next one. I think this is an easy one again. See the next. Linked list random node, again a medium one. Carpooling, again a medium one. This is taken. और कहाँ गया सारे? Complement, again an easy one. कितने प्रॉब्लम हुए? 3 3 6, एक छूट गया ना? कौन सा छूटा? Palindrome partition. एक गया. So this is a medium one. Okay, so these are the problems that you'll be doing. Okay. Yeah, the chat is slightly delayed. The chat is slightly delayed. Cool. So these are the problems that we will be doing. How many of you have done all these problems? How many of you have done all these problems? Any idea? Any idea about how many of you have done? Have done all? Okay, amazing, Parag. Rohit has done. Okay, Ash has done 5 by 7. Day 1 not done. Okay, okay. Day 1 was a good question. I felt day 1 was a very good question. I mean, if you haven't done for like me, I mean, like me, the burst balloons was the. So we will go across to easy, then mediums, then hard. That's what the pattern will be: easy, medium, and then hard. Okay. Not done. I've also not done. So what you need to do is on the side by side, just open the lead code tab so that whenever I submit, you also submit. We can simultaneously solve it. Okay. So open the lead code tab or right on the side bar of yours. You can open the lead code tab. Okay. So let's quickly solve the easier ones and then we'll go to the mediums and then the hard ones. Make sense? Easy, medium, hard. Let's do it that way. Okay. So let's do the first easy one, which is this. Okay. I'll give you some time to read the question. Palindrome partition last में पढ़ा देंगे क्या ही जा रहा है. Okay, this is the last question. I will recommend you to. This is the first question. I'll recommend you to go through this question. I'll recommend you to go through this question. So lead code has a monthly challenge basically. If you go over lead code, there's a monthly challenge. Like if you go to problems, so every day a problem pops up. So every day a problem will pop up and you have to solve it. So that's what month. I'll give you the question. Please read it. Please read the question. Okay, so एक सेकंड रो पेंसिल लेके आया मैं. पेंसिल लेके आया. पेंसिल नहीं है. Okay, can you give me an UQ if you've understood the question? Can you give me an UQ if you've understood the question? Can you give me an UQ if you've understood the question? Everyone? Give me a UQ, come on, guys. Give me a UQ if you've understood the question. Okay, right? Okay, UQ from right. I finally bought gaming chair. Yeah, I finally. I did not bought it by the way. Google. I'll not make a video. I'll not make a video. Google gave me these perks. तो बड़ा सही लग रहा है. Cool. So what's the question? The question says you have to find the complement of an integer as the integer you get when you flip all the zeros to ones and all the ones to zeros in its binary representation. For an example, the integer 5 is 101 in its binary and its complement it's the opposite, which is the integer 2. So basically for 101 you have to reverse it. So you get for 1 it will be 0, for 0 it will be 1, so it will be like 0 1 0. Like if I show you, it will be like Presentify. So basically, for 5 it was 101. So if you flip it, it will be 0 1 0. So this is what you require. So any ideas on how you will do this? Any ideas on how will you do this? Very simple. You'll iterate on the n and you'll reverse the bits. That's what you generally do. You'll iterate and you'll reverse the bits. Make sense? You can do a masking, right? Traverse bits and do the end operation. So if like I'll say the duplicate, let's assume the complement comp number is initially 0. You can keep a count, or to just maintain a index. Well, you can keep an index as 0, and once you have kept the index as 0, let's quickly travel till it's greater than 0, correct? And if you're over here, what will you do is, if it's an odd number, like if it is an odd number, what you can do is like if the bit is set, then you don't have to do anything. But if the bit is not set, then you have to basically turn it on. If the bit is set, you don't need to do anything. Bit is set, nothing to do. But if the bit is not set, so I can eventually say not is what I need, because on not is when I just set it across in the complement. So you can say complement is equal to complement. You can just set it across one left shift of index, because that is what the bit number will be over here. So it'll set it off, and over here you just need to do one thing, is n is equal to, or you can basically, yeah, basically you can have to do n is equal to n right shift of 1, and you can do an index plus to increase the index. So if you just do this, it will set it. And over here you can definitely return the comp. Makes sense to everyone? Simple enough. Quite simple. Dark mode होता है, पता नहीं dark mode. Did you understand this? Did you understand this, everyone? You'll be initially given the binary, right? Sorry, the decimal number. So if you just iterate across that, and if you just check its last, the 5 is like when you do n and 1, the last bit is set, it means it's a 1, right? So you can easily check it across. Simple enough. समझ में आ गया क्या सबको? Dark mode पता नहीं होता है कि नहीं, मुझे नहीं idea. Has everyone understood this? Very, very simple. Very simple. Let's take it to 100 likes. Not 300. Let's take it to 100 likes to start off with. बिना बिटवाइज के समझाओ ना. क्या चाहिए बिटवाइज, बिना बिटवाइज एक ही चीज़ है ना. अगर तुम्हें मैथ्स आता है तो इट शुड बी इजी. You know maths is an easy one. If n is 0, it will not work. अच्छा, if n is 0 तो दिया है क्या n is 0? सर टेस्ट केस है क्या? n is 0 का आंसर क्या होगा? सोच लेते हैं. n is 0 का आंसर क्या होगा? 0 का आंसर क्या होना चाहिए? 0 का आंसर 1 होना चाहिए. Let's check it out. 0 का आंसर क्या? एक तो there's an edge case, then you have to write it across. Let's see what is the answer there. So basically we will have to write this. If n is equal to, that's an edge case, right? If n is equal to 0, return a 1. आगे समझ में सबको? 100% fast. Simple enough. So whoever has not understood this, बताता हूँ मैं. एक सेकंड रुको. किसको नहीं, कितने लोग को समझ में आ गया? Can I get in US? Can I get in US? Can I get in US? You have not understood this. Can I get in US if you have not understood this? Yeah, sure, I'll repeat. It's a very simple one. Very simple one. No stuff hand. Okay, so basically, if I do a quick time clear, yeah, and if I just go across, I do a movie recording. Yeah, over here, my iPad is shared. Perfect. Perfect. So basically, if I show you what have I done, nothing. But 5 was 101, correct? So what I did was I checked this guy, correct, and I kept an index equal to 0. So is this guy set? If this guy is set, I said okay. We don't need to do anything. Then what I did was I did a right shift of 1. So this 101 become 10. Then again I checked if this is unset. And I say this is unset. So index was increased to 1. So basically the first bit is unset. So what you do is you were taking a complement as 0. So you said 0 or 1 left shift of the first bit. So basically what happened was you created 10 now. The moment you do an OR, it gets created. Next time again you go across there, you keep on shifting. That is what I did. Okay? आगे समझ कुछ नहीं गया है, नॉर्मल बिट है. अगर ये नहीं आता तो फिर बहुत दिक्कत है. The basic program. I did not do anything. I just kept on checking bits, kept on a count, and whichever was unset, I just kept on doing OR with the complement number so that the power of 2 gets added. आगे समझ क्लियर है सबको? Yes? Okay. Yes from everyone? Yes from everyone? Is that yes from everyone? Simple enough है यार, ये क्या ही समझो. It's very simple. Okay, so first problem is done mostly. Very very simple. So if you have submitted, it's fine. अगर आपने submit कर लिया तो अच्छा बात है. So I'll just keep it tick over here. This problem has been done. So command first, which is the problem complement. So this has been done. Let's do the next easy, which is the find the town. It's a good. It's kind of in degree out degree ka question. Read the question. Let me know if you have understood the question. इसको थोड़ा डिटेल में डिस्कस. Even if you have understood the question, we will discuss this question. We'll discuss this question in detail. Which software is that? Which one? Which one? I'm using GoodNote. GoodNote to write. You can find that at the app. Private way, do the stream till 12 and do the January 8 question. 7 questions ही करते करते. 7 questions on every week. Okay. UQ from everyone if you've understood the question. UQ from everyone if you've understood the question, please. UQ from everyone if you've understood the question, please. In which I've stored questions. It's Dynalist, known as Dynalist. Is known as Dynalist. I do use this a lot. It's a good one. It's a good one. Congrats, Sankalp. अरे डीपी का वीडियो एडिट करना है, रात को एडिट करके कल सुबह 12 बजे आ जाएगा. I'll have to edit the video. It's on edit करके रेंडर करके पब्लिश करके सो जाओ. 12 बजे कल तुम लोग देखना, 2 बजे क्लास है फैन विक्ट्री का, आ जाना. 12 PM DP series only first video will come. Every day there will be one video coming. I'll not stress myself because I just finished office at 10 o'clock. So finishing office and I am taking the stream, so you need to understand. Okay, so can I say over here, UQ by the way, please, the question. UQ, if you understood the question, can you give me an UQ? Come on, quick, super quick. Can I get an UQ if I've understood this question? Can I get an UQ? Come on guys, let's take it to 100 likes at least. Let's take it to 100 likes. 100 likes for the dark circles, isn't it? DPK yaar, 60, 65, 70 videos. I'll try to bring a video daily. That's what I can promise. Nothing more than that. Nothing lesser than that. Find the town just. Let's understand the question. So in a town there are n people leveled from 1 to n. Okay, and there's a rumor that one of these is the secret town judge. The town judge trusts nobody. Everybody will judge the town. So these are the couple of conditions which, if anyone follows, he is the town judge. For an example, you're given an array trust where you're saying AI and BI, representing the person labeled AI, trust person BI. So over here, it is said that 1 is trusting on 2. So I can say 2 is the town judge, because town judge is not trusting anyone. But out of everyone, like 1 is everyone actually over here, everyone is trusting town judge. So I can say 2 is the town judge. Over here, there is 3. 1 is trusting 3. 2 is trusting 3. So everyone is trusting 3. So if everyone is trusting 3 and 3 is not trusting anyone, then I can definitely say that 3 is the town judge. Correct? So if I just go down a bit, over here, if I carefully see, there is 1 trusting 3, 2 trusting 3, and 3 trusting 1, vice versa. So there is no one who, like 3 could have been the town judge, but 3 is trusting 1. For a town judge, he cannot trust anyone. Correct? So how will you solve this? How will you solve this? Right, ठीक है, समझ गए उत्कर्ष, समझ गए. How will you solve this? So basically, can I say, if I'm saying AI and BI, can I have something like a hashing? Can I have something like an hashing? Think as an hashing. Like for an example, can I have something as कि अपन क्या करेंगे कि एक सेकंड, अपन क्या करेंगे कि बोलेंगे कि अगर यहाँ पे एक बंदा 1 से 2 है, 3 से 2 है, 4 से भी 2 है, 5 से भी 2 है. So can I say in the hashing, if I keep 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5. So if there is an edge between 1 and 2, in the 2, I can do a +1. If there is an edge between 3 and 2, I can do another +1. If there is an edge between 4 and 2, I'll do another +1. If there is an edge between 5 and 2, I can do another +1. So if I can find any of the integers, what is the town judge? Town judge means he cannot trust anyone. So if the town judge dependency, like the people who are dependent on the town judge, is exactly equal to n-1. Why n-1? Because the total number of people are n. So if you exclude the town judge, there will be n-1 people remaining. So if this value is n-1, can I say that okay, this guy is the town judge? And if there was something like 2 to 6, you could have done 2 minus minus. एक कम कर देना. अगर एक अंदर जा रहा है तो प्लस प्लस करो, अगर कोई बाहर वो किसी पे डिपेंडेंट है तो माइनस माइनस. At the end of the day, if the value is n-1, can I say it's a town judge? Agreed or not? Does everyone agree? US, please. Can I get an US? And there is a wonderful condition, there will be only one town judge. Out degree जरूरत नहीं है, प्लस प्लस और माइनस माइनस कर दूंगा. मुकुल, why n-1? Because the total number of people are n, right? So if you exclude that particular person, if all the other persons are trusting them, so the total number of persons trusting him should be n-1. My ex is also town judge. That's good, na? My ex is also town judge. That's good. So okay, let's quickly code this up. कोड कर ले फटाफट. So अपन क्या करेंगे? Let's probably like you can keep whatever you wish to. Initially it's 0, so you can go across the trust, and you can say MPP. The trust is on it.second definitely. it dot second is 1, so you can just do a plus plus, right? So if the trust is on him, you can do a plus plus. And similarly on this it dot 0, it's the opposite, so you can do a minus minus because it's going out, it's going out. So right after that, you can say I equal to 1 till lesser than n, I plus plus. And there's guaranteed that there will only be one guy who will be the town judge. So once you get the town judge, you can return it. In case you don't get, you can return a -1. That's how the simple the code can be. Okay? Simple enough. You can submit this. No, there was a case where it was clearly stated he cannot trust himself. AI not equal to B2. It was clearly stated. If we trust himself, plus minus kar jayega. There's no self loops. Cool. So US from everyone. Yes, if he trusts someone, there will be minus minus done. Na? So ultimately, he'll be not having n -1, guys. So that's he'll do a minus minus. So he'll reduce 1, right? Clear with everyone. Can I get an UQ? Can I get an UQ? Can I get an UQ? Okay, cool. How can I get a 200 likes? Let's have a target of 200 likes. So we've done the second easy as well. Okay, we've done the second easy as well. Let's do the next one. If C is town judge, can A trust B? So if A is trusting B, Himanshu, then C will always have 1 in degree less. क्योंकि वो अगर ट्रस्ट ही नहीं करेंगे सी को चाहिए कि बाकी सब करे तो n-1 सी होंगे ना होगा नहीं क्योंकि सी पे सबको ट्रस्ट करना पड़ेगा सब बंदे सी पे ट्रस्ट करने चाहिए तो होगा नहीं राइट yes everyone okay perfect let's do the next one which is this question okay linked list I don't like it but yeah I'll still give you some time to read this question 382 linked list random node is the question रिपीट क्या पीछे जाके देखो चलो पीछे जाके देखो रिपीट क्या करना है पीछे जाके देखो please read the question and give me a yes if you have understood it read the question and give me a yes if you have understood it let's take it to 200 likes come on guys let's take it to 200 क्या 200 लेके चलते हैं yeah you will use random function right मुझे नहीं पता रिजर्वर सैंपल क्यों लगाना है रैंडम फंक्शन लगाओ ना why will you need a reservoir वगैरह वगैरह the question is very straightforward the question states given a singly linked list return a random nodes value from the linked list each node must have the same probability of being chosen implement the solution class solution initializes the object with the integer array nums integer get random chooses a node randomly from the list and returns its value correct so what's a simple solution the simple solution is if you are given the length like if the length of the linked list is 3, you can say, okay, the length of the linked list is 3, so I can do a random function. I can easily get my answer. Simple, right? Random modulo length, because random, the internal random function makes sure that whatever you get on the random is this, it satisfies this condition. The random function has the same probability of any number being chosen. So you can just do it, right? Pick any random number between 1 to length. Yeah, if the input was string, probably then you can think of resolver sampling. But I'm not sure about this algorithm. And I don't think these things will be asked in any of the interviews. So forget about this. So what I'll do is, like at first, very basic stuff will be, if I have to return a number, I need to know the linked list length. That's very basic, right? I need to know a linked list length. So probably I can keep a global, not a global, a member variable. And if I've been given the head, probably I can do a counter, like length can be equal to 0 initially, and I can just keep on doing while head is not null. Okay, so I can say while head is not null, can you just please keep on going to head dot next, correct? And I can do a counter plus plus. Makes sense? Sorry, length plus plus. So yeah, that's what you will do it. And over here, in order to get the node number, you can say random modulo length, correct? Whatever modulo you get, that's what you need to return. So remember, if you're doing a modulo length, you will get values from 0 to length minus 1. Yes, you'll get values from 0 to length minus 1, where 0 signifies the first element, 1 signifies the second element, and so on. So what you can do is, like whatever is the node num, while node num, like probably you can, okay, so head is given. Head is given to you, and over here the head is not given. Probably you can also store the head as well. So I can say list node star head, or probably dup head. So over here, please make sure you store the dup head as head. Okay, that's something we should always do. And probably you can say list node store answer equal to dup head every time. That's a starting point. And you can say please go on till it's greater than 0, and node num minus minus, and you can say answer equal to answer dot next, and you just needed the value to return. So answer dot value is what you need to return. What's it stored? Value या value है value. So value return कर दो. So if you just run this should be fine. Clear है? Why are you not teaching in an academy? मेरी मर्जी यार. पढ़ाओ तो प्रॉब्लम, ना पढ़ाओ तो प्रॉब्लम. क्या करूँ यार जिंदगी में? पढ़ाओ तो बोलोगे पैसे लेता है, नहीं पढ़ाओ तो बोलोगे क्यों नहीं पढ़ा रहा है. इंसान करेगा तो करेगा क्या? Yeah, there's no this question will not be asked, so I'll not go into deep. I'm not sure. I don't know reservoirs, and I haven't heard about it. It's not required in the interviews. Don't worry. कोई नहीं पूछने वाला. Ignore. अच्छा, first time मैंने जिंदगी में. Okay, done. You cue from everyone. तो क्यों पढ़ना है पैसे देकर? मुझे नहीं चाहिए पैसे. मुझे नहीं पढ़ाना है. नहीं चाहिए पैसे तो नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा. It's a burden, man. Teaching according to, like, if you are paying me, then I have to be on time. I have to give you certain days of the week, which I don't want, because I already have a full-time job where I give Monday to Friday every day. So I already have a responsibility of working Monday to Friday. I don't want that again on Saturday, Sundays. I have a responsibility where I'm burdened to teach you because you have paid me. This is fine. I take live sessions. If I have something, I can cancel them off because these sessions are free. I'm on liberty to cancel them. But if you are paying in a paid classes, it doesn't look good if I keep on canceling. That's why I've stopped taking, because see, there is something as family time, there's something as me time, and there's something as monotonous life, right? If I keep on teaching you, see, for you it might be key test driver is teaching something new, but for me, I can keep on teaching the extra to every batch. At after certain intervals, it becomes very, very boring because a Dijkstra might be new to you if you're learning, but it's not new to me. How long will I teach that, right? If you want to see my lead code profile, striver_79. Striver_79, you can see my lead code profile. Okay, understood? I'm not sure there's a follow-up question or not. Random pick index. We will just solve monthly challenges. Not interested in solving. I've got a couple of good questions. I'll solve them. ऐसे मैं बहुत tired हूँ. मुझे extra काम मत कराओ. I think I look very tired. Not sure. Let's take this question. 234 watching. Let's have 200 likes. Let's have 200 likes on the stream. The next question, please go through this. This question might look something like an inversion pair, but it's not that tough. Might look something like an inversion pair, but utna tough nahi hai. Please go through this. लास्ट वीकली का लास्ट क्वेश्चन, अरे साइकिल का लेंथ डिटेक्ट करना था ना उस पे. आई सॉ दैट क्वेश्चन. यू आई थिंक इट वाज मोर ऑफ लाइक टू फाइंड द साइकिल लेंथ और द लॉन्गेस्ट चेन निकाल लो या फिर साइकिल का लेंथ अनऑर्डर्ड मैप से डिटेक्ट कर लो ना. मैं देखा था क्वेश्चन है, मुझे स्ट्रीम भी करना था. मेरा तबीयत सही नहीं जा रहा था तो मैंने फिर चिल कर दिया. सो हेक्टिक वर्क मैन. मंडे टू फ्राइडे बहुत काम हो गया. इस वीक तो मैं बहुत काम कर लिया. मैं बहुत थका हुआ. So how will you solve this question? How will you solve this question? प्रत्यक्ष वो डिस्कशन फोरम पे पहला दो आंसर्स पढ़ लो. काफी अच्छा लिखा हुआ है. पहला दो पढ़ ले, वो समझ में आ जाएगा. तो ऐसा कुछ अलग मैं आपको कुछ अलग भी नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा. वो पहला दो बहुत अच्छा लिखा हुआ है. So how will you solve this? You're basically given a list of songs where the ith song has a duration of time I seconds. Correct? So you have to return the number of pairs, basically how many pairs of songs for which their total duration in the seconds is divisible by 60 is what you have to tell. Formally, we want the number of indices I, j such that I is lesser than j, with time I plus time j giving a modulated 60 as 0 because that's what they want. ठीक है, कल करते हैं प्रोफाइल रिव्यू वगैरह. So if you carefully see over here, there's a 30, right? So 30 I think can be added with 150 because if you add 30 plus 150, you'll get 180, which can be divided by 60. Similarly, 30 cannot be added with anyone else. 60 can 20 can be added with 100. They'll get 120. 20 can be added with 40. So how will you do this? Brute force is very simple. The brute force is you have to run a couple of loops, and that will do. There's a very wonderful stuff. I should be lesser than j. It means someone should be from left and someone should be from right. How will you do this? Any idea? Brute force will not work. Like the brute force could have been a very easy solution where you run a couple of loops and you figure out what's the number of pairs. But what will be the time complexity of brute force? Can anyone tell me? Like if you just write this, it's fine. Like if you just try to write this is correct. Like you can try to write this. That's not a big issue. Like if time, this is very, very obvious solution, right? N square. So obviously this will not work. So how can you do this? How can you do this? Any idea? Any idea on earth? If you just do this and yeah, the whole summation should be modulated. You can just do a do a plus plus. That's how you can do it. But brute force is definitely not a good solution. Any idea on how will you do this? This is the brute force, but it will not work. Any idea? Anyone? So technically speaking, what am I doing? If I carefully observe, what am I doing? I'm basically adding 30 along with 150. what am I getting? I'm getting 180, right? That's what I'm getting. If I technically write this, I'm getting 130 plus 150 to give me something like 180. What if I say, okay, I'm not going to put 30. 30 is fine. Can I say 30, and instead of 150, can I put this as 150 modulo 60? Can I? Make sense? Because if you mathematically think, what are you looking for? You're looking for multiples of 60, right? You're looking for multiples of 60. So if this, I do a modulo of 60, like if I'm doing, like mathematically speaking, I'm looking for modulo of 60, correct? So can I say this? That if I am doing x plus y equal to some multiple of 60, correct? So I know one thing for sure. If I do a modulo 60, can I say if I do x modulo 60, so the other number has to be something like this y after modulated of 60 should be something as 60 minus x modulated 60 if it has to be a multiple of 60. Do you agree? Like for example, for 30, 150 modulo 60 is 30, right? For 20, 140 चाहिए, नहीं 140 नहीं चाहिए, 20 के लिए 100 चाहिए. तो 100 क्या है? 100 मॉड्यूलो 60 क्या है? 40. तो 40 जुड़ेगा तो 60 बन जाएगा, समझ रहे हो? तो 20 था, तो 60 माइनस 20 कितना था? 40. और ये 100 मॉड्यूलो 60 भी करोगे तो 40 आएगा. So do you understand the modulo concept? A very intuitive mathematical intuition. It's a very simple mathematical intuition of this. So can I say if I store the numbers in terms of modulo 60, if I store the numbers in terms of modulo 60, and if I have an x, then I should only look for 60 minus x in the map instead of looking for any certain number. Can I do this? Does everyone agree with me? Can I do this? Everyone agrees? Everyone? Can I get a yes? 200 likes karo. Oh, 200 likes. Come on, guys. So many people watching. Understood? Everyone? Similar to 2 sum. Kind of 2 sum. So if I take the example, okay. So if I take this example, 30, 20, 30, 20, 150, 100. So if I take this example, how to use SD sheet effectively? Okay, so this is what I've done. How to use SD sheet effectively. Solve problems, watch videos. That's it. So what I can do is, I can probably keep a hash map. Okay, first time I'm at 30. So what I'll do is, I'll say 30 occurs once. Let's move. I'm at 20. I'll say 20 occurs once. So for 20, what's the corresponding that you will require? Can you tell me in the chat? For 20, in order to have a multiple of 60, I'll require a 40, but I don't see that in the hash map. So as of now, no. Next, I go to 150, but this 150 will be treated as how much? 150 modulo 60, which is 30. This 150 is treated as 30. So for 30, how much do you require? Another 30, and you see 30 is there. So there is one pair. So you get one pair. And now this 150 will be stored as 30. So 30 is stored twice. Next, 100. So 100 will be treated as 40. So you'll be requiring how much? 20. Again, there is one pair of 20. So one more pair you got. Store 40. Next, you have a 40. So 40 requires how much? 20. You have a 20. So one more pair. So ultimately you got 3 pairs. Clear? Ash from Chandigarh University studies very hard. प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जी का चैट नहीं है. क्लियर है? क्लियर है? क्वाइट सिंपल. ये मैंने कोई चैट यहाँ पे देखा था. मोदी जी का था. मोदी जी का कोई लाइव कन्वर्सेशन हो रहा था. So there was this chat where suddenly a boy comes in and says, मेरे को अनब्लॉक कर दो, मुझे पता है तुम ये स्ट्रीम देख रही हो. How many of you have seen that? I'm not sure if you've seen that or not. It will. So there are no negative numbers. There are no negative numbers. If you carefully observe, there are no negative numbers. If there was negative numbers, then there would have been a problem. In case of negative numbers, then you have to take the opposite vibes. Like modulo करके सही से modulo करोगे तो सही. हाँ, modulo करोगे तो सही चलेगा. Negative में भी सही चलना चाहिए. ठीक है. So basically, you need 60, right? So I can see vector int, and probably you can keep a map which is of 61 size. 60 हो जाएगा क्योंकि मॉड्यूलो करोगे तो 0 to 59 ही होगा. And over here you can just go across and you can be like, okay, fine, what's the num? So I can say the num is it modulo 60. At the end you have to do this, but before that, in order to count pairs, how many has occurred? So you just need to find count. This is an exact similar version of twosome. How many are there of MPP of 60 minus num? So you can easily count them, and at the end of the day, you can easily return them. Right? So if I just run it, it will be running. Yeah, runs fine. Submit, it should run fine. कैलाश मेरे 500 लौटा दे भाई, मुझे पता है तू स्ट्रीम देख रहा है. हाँ, न्यूज चैनल के लाइव चैट से मस्त होते हैं. अरे यार क्या हो गया? रन टाइम एरर क्यों भाई? हीप बफर ओवरफ्लो क्यों क्यों क्यों? Why should it overflow? रन टाइम एरर कितना है इसका? ये ऐसे 500 है. टाइम तो 500 है. मॉड्यूलो 60 मारा है अपन ने. मॉड्यूलो 60 0 आएगा. सही तो है. Oh, यहाँ पे cases मिस हो. Sorry, I missed the case. So if it's a 0, it's very important. If num is equal to 0, then the case will be counter plus equal to MPP of 0 only, because you require 0 only. Else you'll do this, because if you take 0, then there will be a problem, because अगर 60 है तो 60 के साथ combine हो सकता है, 120 के साथ combine हो सकता है. That's the case that we missed. Cool. Yeah, number is 0. I got this. पब्लिक के बाद वाली पहली लाइन एक्सप्लेन कर दो प्लीज. ये फंक्शन नेम है भाई. फंक्शन नेम लिखा हुआ है. तो फंक्शन नेम, सिंपल फंक्शन नेम. क्लियर? Can we do without extra space? Can we do this without using extra space? Can we do this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Then the time complexity will increase. The time will increase. No, I don't think so. You'll require some extra space. That's for sure. You'll require some extra space. That's at least what my experience is. Yes, n square के साथ था. Anyways, one more problem being done. Nice. कल नेक्स्ट दिन से ऐसे ही करेंगे. डायनालिस्ट बहुत सही लग रहा है. अच्छे से प्रॉब्लम्स मेंटेन हो जा रहा है. इजी फॉर्मेट में चल रहा है. Okay, next do the carpooling, and then we'll do the palindrome partitioning, then the burst balloons, and then we'll end the stream. Last minute में इतने सवाल कर लिए अपने, ये इतने सवाल है. This is a good question. So I wanted to read this question completely. Carpooling is the question. Please read the question completely. ठीक है. And फिर बोलना आया कि नहीं समझ. How good is CF's edu section? CF blocks are good if you are good. Basically, if you are experienced, then you will find CF blocks easy. Otherwise, for beginner level, for beginner people, CF blocks are a bit tough to understand because the writings are good, but those are for people who are already good. So if you're not up to that level, CF के blocks थोड़े tough होते हैं पढ़ने में. मुझे initially बहुत दिक्कतें होती थी. But now, if you give me, I prefer CF blocks rather than videos because once you gain experience, you prefer blocks. Bro, LitHub use karo. Yeah, space is constant because space is 60. You can say the space used in the previous problem was 60. Space used in the previous problem was 60, and the time complexity was big O of n. So, are you guys submitting side by side? Are you guys submitting side by side? Submit कर रहे हो side by side? क्वेश्चन समझ नहीं है, मैं पढ़ा बता देता हूँ. थोड़ा पढ़ लो कुछ. I read the question. Yuki, if you've understood the question. ये समझ में? ठीक है, पढ़ाते हैं. So there is a car with capacity empty seats. So basically they are saying कि there is a car with capacity empty seats. ठीक है? And the vehicle only drives east. You're given the integer capacity and the array trips, where trip I is equal to number of passengers from 2, indicates that the ith trip, basically it says कि जो ith trip है उसमें जो passengers हैं वो from के लोकेशन से चढ़ेंगे and 2 पे उतरेंगे. Like they will get up at from and they will go down till 2. The locations are given as the number of kilometers. Return true if it is possible to pick and drop off all the passengers for all the given trips. Like over here, let's take this example and explain you. मैं लिंक्डइन कर रहा था. अरे भाभी होनी चाहिए बात करने के लिए, अब किससे बात करें? हद हो गए. 215. अरे लिंक्डइन पे कुछ ज्यादा लोग टारगेट कर रहे हैं. मैं घर क्या ले लिया, पूरा दुनिया टारगेट करने लगा यार. Okay, so 215337. So basically it states there are 2 passengers. They get up at 1 and they go down at 7. So basically if I draw the road, and there's the car. So car is here. So remember this passenger gets up at 1, drops at 5. This passenger gets up at 3 and drops at 7. Okay. So if I carefully show you, there is this there are 2 passengers getting up at 1. So this car has a capacity of 2 now. Goes across, still has a capacity of 2. Goes across. This time there is someone getting up at 3. How many people are getting up at 3? 3 people. So 2 plus 3 will become 5. The capacity of the car becomes 5. But they have clearly stated the capacity, maximum capacity the car can have is 4. So this car cannot complete. It cannot go beyond this. Understood? Understood? Does everyone understand that? I don't understand the question. So basically, if you can clear up. So just to give one more example, let's take one more example so that this gets further clear. For example, if I would have made the capacity to be 5. For example, if I just make the capacity to be 5, then what will happen is, then I can definitely, yes, then I can definitely go across. So car goes across here with 5. Car goes across here with 5. Over here at 5, 2 people are dropping. 2 people are dropping. So if 2 people are dropping, you'll be left out with 3. Car goes here with 3. Car goes here with 3. At 7, again 3 people are dropping. So 3 will be 0 and the car ends up. So in the total journey, there were 2, 2, 5, 5, 3, 3, 0. And the capacity was maintained. So this is true. Got this question now? Got this question? Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to everyone? You have to tell us if the car can complete the journey by doing the trips in the given order. You have to just tell us that. Can you do these steps? Can you do these steps by following this order? Tell me. UQ, please. Can I get an UQ from at least? Can I get an UQ from everyone? Just to make sure that you have understood the question. आगे समझ में? The DP series will not be posted on YouTube. चंद्रशेखर पढ़ाई कर लिया कर भाई, हर जगह जाके स्पैम करता है, हर एक के चैनल पे जाके स्पैम करता है वो. Okay, so in order to do this, can I say if I have to move the car, I need to do these pickup of passengers. I need to pick up passengers. So what's the best way to pick up passengers? Can you tell me what's the best way to pick up passengers? Can I say if I sort them by where they're starting and then where they're ending? If I sort them by where they're starting and ending, then can I go slowly by picking up passengers, and when someone is dropping, I can drop them? Can I do that? Can I do that, by the way? Yes or no? Can I do them? कर सकते हैं? कर सकते हैं? So I'll try to follow this pattern. What I'll do is I'll try to sort them according to the start time and the end time. That is something which I'll do. And after that, you know one thing, if I've sorted them by start and end time, now what's the job that you require? Think and tell me. You want, एक बार तुमने push कर दिया, you want the guys who are ending up at first to remove them. So just remove them. As simple as that. That is what I'll do. I'll sort them according to start and end time, and then once I get, like, I'll have a bunch of guys. I'll have one trip, I'll have other trip, I'll have the other trip, I'll have the other trip. First trip, I'll take it, put it. Next trip, I'll take and put. Next trip, I'll take and put. And the first one which ends, and among this, the first one which ends, I take it off. That's what I'll do. Simple as that. Make sense, everyone? क्लियर है? आ गया समझ में? क्या लॉजिक, मतलब मैं कौन सा लॉजिक सोचने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं, क्या ये सबको आया है समझ में? I'm not sure if I have a good example over here. I don't have a good example, others have taken, but yeah, the logic matters. Is the logic clear to everyone? क्या करने की कोशिश है, इंट्यूशन क्या है, आ गया क्या समझ में? फटाफट बोलो, मैं कोड कर लूंगा इसको. A no overlap should happen. Basically, if you're picking up passengers, make sure the previous guy should be gone. As simple as that. Should be gone. Nothing apart from that. Should be gone. That's what I'll do. Cool. So what we will do is, let's try to code this. So first and foremost that I will definitely try to do this is sort the trips. That's the first thing that I'll do. Any doubt in this? Is there any doubt in this that what am I trying to do? I'm trying to sort them. That's what my motive is to do. डाउट आ रहा है? क्या डाउट है भाई? एक्सप्लेन अगेन. क्यों एक्सप्लेन अगेन? प्रायोरिटी क्यों लगाना पड़ेगा? क्योंकि जितने तुम काम कर रहे हो जिनके साथ, वो जब निकलेंगे तो सबसे छोटा वाला पहले निकालना पड़ेगा. प्रायोरिटी क्यू के बिना कैसे होगा? लॉजिकली सोचो, अगर तुम प्रायोरिटी क्यू नहीं लगाओगे तो तुम निकालोगे कैसे उनको? निकाल नहीं पाओगे, राइट? यू हैव टू टेक देम अप. ठीक है, तो देखो, पहला चीज तो क्या करेंगे, बिगिन को सॉर्ट कर दिए. ठीक है, look at the code, you'll understand. For people who are saying explain again, look at the code, you'll understand. Okay, so I need to sort it according to a comparator. So I can write the comparator on a private function. Let's write the boolean comparator. So how do you generally write comparator? So vector int id1, vector int id2. Okay, so basically I've been given a vector. I know one thing, if id of id of 1 is the starting time is lesser than id of 1 is lesser than already id of 2 of 1, then it's true. Or the other case can be id of 1 is, अरे ये वाला चीज बहुत पंगा करता है, ये कैसे होता है पता नहीं। IT of 1 is equal to IT of 2 1, अगर ये बराबर है, देखो तो, and IT of 1 of 2, जो ड्रॉप टाइम छोटा है, थोड़ा इक्वल टू कर दो, IT of 2 का ड्रॉप टाइम छोटा है, तो भी ठीक है, तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज बोलो स्वैप कर देने को। तो कंपैरेटर रिटर्न अकॉर्डिंग टू एंड टाइम, sorting according to end time, sorry, to start time. If start time equal, sort according to end time. Okay, that's what I've done. So probably I've sorted them. Clear है? Overkill नहीं, overkill क्यों कर रहा हूँ? I think सही है, सही है। Overkill क्या है? Simple सा ही तो है। Sort कर दिया। Clear है यहाँ तक? Sort comparator clear है सबको? Is the comparator clear? Now what you can do is you can probably keep IDT trips size रख लो, ठीक है। अब अपन क्या करेंगे, अपन पहला बंदा से करंट कैपेसिटी कार का कैरी कर लेते हैं, करंट कैप इक्वल टू 0। लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट जर्नी एंड probably go across the trips. So can I say, if I'm starting a trip, if I am starting a trip, let's end the trips before this starting time, and I have to end the trips. So the trips should be arranged in the sorting order. Like I can take a priority queue, int vector int greater int pq. By the way पेयर लगेगा क्योंकि दो बंदे हैं, दो बंदे, पेयर लगना चाहिए मुझे। प्रायोरिटी क्यों ले लिया? तो if I'm starting a trip, let's end the trip, let's end the trips which ends before the starting time. So what I can say is, in the priority queue, yes, in the priority queue, pq.empty, and if pq.top, assuming the start time is like the end time is over here, if that's someone who is smaller than the trips of I, yes, trips of I and the start time, if that's the case, I can say, okay, please take it out of the current capacity. So whatever is the capacity, probably I'm assuming I can store the capacity across in the second element and pq.pop. So let's take it off. Easy. So, and apart from this, what I'll do is I'll say, okay, let's onboard this guy. Let's onboard this guy because this is the trip which will come across. And if you're onboarding this guy, the number of passengers that do come across is in 0. And I can say pq.push will be, I am ending, like, what do I need? I need to sort it by the ending time. So trips of I of 2 is the ending time. I just need how many passengers are there in the car. So the number of passengers in the car will be here. Make sense, everyone? Everyone's clear? Everyone's clear? ये है क्लियर। मैंने क्या किया, जितने प्रायोरिटी क्यूज में थे उसमें से जो जो बंदे इनसे पहले खत्म हुए उनको निकाल दो, और बाद बाकी करंट वाले ट्रिप को ऐड कर दो और प्रायोरिटी क्यू में ऐड कर दो, क्योंकि ये चीज हम शुरू कर रहे हैं, ये ट्रिप हम शुरू कर रहे हैं। तो इस ट्रिप का क्या किया मैंने, इसको कैसे रखा, एंड टाइम एंड नंबर ऑफ पीपल पे रख दिया, सो दैट नंबर ऑफ पीपल बाद में माइनस करने के काम आ जाए और एंड टाइम से बाद में निकालने के काम आ जाए। क्लियर? No need to do, like, I did not want to use any extra data structures, that's why. So at any moment, yes, at any moment, if car capacity increases the given capacity, you can return a false, or else if this works fine, you can just return a true. That's how you can do it. And let's run this off. Clear? क्या इसको कंपैरेटर शॉर्ट ट्रिप्स प्राइवेट बुलियन कंपैरेटर रेफरेंस टू नॉन स्टैटिक हो अच्छा स्टैटिक बनाना पड़ता है क्या इसमें? Yep. रन टाइम एरर का आ गया भाई। null pointer applying non-zero offset to stl vector। हाँ नॉन जीरो ऑफसेट हो गया भाई। कहाँ पंगे हो गए तेरे को? Let's quickly see where is this going wrong. If I am doing an ITF, this is correct. Any ideas? If I've got the solution can be a lot simpler. This is simple, right? क्या ये इसमें इशू क्या है? Sorting a priority queue static बनाया वो कंपैरेटर लेता नहीं है नहीं तो like, I don't see any problem in this like सिंपल ही तो है क्या ही किया प्रायोरिटी क्यू तो यूज किया है। ट्रिप का नहीं ट्रिप का रॉन्ग एज्यूम किया क्या? ट्रिप कैसे दिया हुआ है? सही है सही है सही है। फ्रॉम टू सही तो है। फ्रॉम से ही तो सॉर्ट किया है और अगर फॉर्म बराबर है तो लास्ट वाले सेकंड वाले से सॉर्ट किया है। ट्रिप्स बिगिन एंड किया है करंट कैपेसिटी किया है डॉट फर्स्ट किया है। टॉप का अगर फर्स्ट एलिमेंट ट्रिप्स का आई से बराबर है तो भी सही है। रुको एक सेकंड इसको छोटा कर पढ़ने में ईजी होगा। ऐसे छोटा किया है कर कैपेसिटी पी क्यू डॉट टॉप सेकंड से माइनस किया है ट्रिप्स आई को पुश कर दिया है नंबर ऑफ पीपल को ऐड किया है नंबर पीपल और एंड टाइम को पुश किया है। अरे ऐसे ही तो है हो रहा है। अब इशू ये है कि बाकी लोगों ने कुछ सोल्यूशन देखा है। अरे नहीं देखो सबके अपने तरीके होते हैं लाइक यू माइट हैव अ वे ऑफ डूइंग आई माइट हैव अ वे ऑफ डूइंग आई एम नॉट सेइंग माय वे इज द हाईवे और करेक्ट वे। यू कैन हैव योर वे दैट्स एब्सोल्युटली ओके देयर इज नथिंग की हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल थोड़ी है कि भाई तुमको जो करना है मैं भी मतलब वही करूंगा। देयर इज नो हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल राइट। सो चल एनीवेज फटाफट देखते हैं कहाँ गलत हो रहा है। गलत कहाँ से capacity greater than capacity. Do you find any mistakes? I don't find any mistakes. We need to use long long. No, we don't use to use long long. You know, बराबर टाइम है और ये लेसन इक्वल टू है ये ट्रिप इक्वल टू नंबर ऑफ पैसेंजर्स फ्रॉम। हाँ तो फ्रॉम में तो सही सही तो है। करेक्ट दैट्स करेक्ट गुड करेक्ट दिस इज करेक्ट व्हाट आई हैव रिटन। some other mistake just a minute let me see what was the mistake। टाइम किस पे आता है देखते हैं रुको। Undefined behavior on the sixth. What was the example? What the example that I can see is everything was 1,1,1,000. So practically everything starts at 1,1,000. So if I try to sort in, see this whole input, paste, run this. Run this. So what will happen on this is should be false, but null pointer दे दिया। null pointer क्यों दिया? क्योंकि देख लेते हैं। खुदा नहीं कंपैरेटर में गलती है क्या? Comparator is wrong. Was some mistake in comparator. Okay, what is the mistake in comparator? This was the mistake, probably. Ah. Ah. Oh, the comparator had a mistake. Yeah, the comparator had a mistake. Equal sign. The comparator had a mistake. Equal. I did put a equal and it will not get sorted. will not get sorted. For that case, it'll be in runtime error because it will not be able to catch it. But अरे सही था अरे वो कंपेरेटर में मिस्टेक था कोड सही है कोड सही है कोड सही है चल okay so understood has everyone understood this by the way you can use timeline array as well that's your choice you can use timeline array as well that's your choice plus minus kar do but that will yeah that will that require you can use that's a good method actually yeah you can use one more method timeline array as I can see at max is 1000 like what other people are recommending is this other people are recommending is vector probably you can figure out what's the maximum value figure out the maximum value something like this yeah that's a good method actually maximum equal to max of maximum comma trips of it of ending I get the maximum once you've got the maximum probably vector of int sum and you can be like let's declare a sum of maximum plus 1 comma 0 and yeah you can have a timeline array of auto of again trips and you can be like sum here it starts so it of 1 is where it starts so how many are added so you can easily add these numbers and where does it end so it starts here and wherever it ends I just need to make sure okay if it ends there same index पे अगर start हो रहा है वैसे from equal to 2 कभी होगा क्या नहीं from हमेशा छोटा होगा 2 से तो चल IT 1 कर दो जहाँ भी खत्म होता है उतने पैसेंजर्स हटा दो कल सा बात है एंड बाद में क्या करो I equal to 0 से लेस देन मैक्सिमम चले जाओ and what you can do is if at any moment sum of I is greater than capacity you can return a false and you or else you can return it yeah this is a better way agreed cool this can also be a way you can use whatever you wish to map मैंने मैं ignore करता हूँ usually map if I can do this using an array I tend to ignore map that's what I generally do so what I basically did was the timeline that I wrote na while explaining the timeline that I wrote while explaining is what I did got this everyone the timeline that I wrote cumulative sum bro basically yeah kind of that wrong answer for this why is he wrong answer acha हाँ cumulative sum my bad cumulative sum भी करना होगा but forgot to do a cumulative sum bro my bad you have to do a cumulative sum as well oh I'm subtracting from it तो मैं ऐड करता गया वहां पे जाके माइनस किया cumulative sum को चिपकाते जाओ जाते जाते okay let's run this this case does not have enough input arguments oh why ट्रू। 0 पे है क्या? 0 स्टार्टिंग है, 0 से भी शुरू हो रहा है क्या? अरे यार, 0 से भी शुरू हो रहा है। जीरो से भी शुरू हो रहा है तो 0 को भी ऐड कर ही लो। हाँ, अब चल जाएगा। Fine. So as everyone understood this, so basically this method that I did, they applied this method. The first method, while I explained, this was the method that they did. Like people were recommending this method. मतलब पहले 2 ले लिया, फिर 2 ले लिया, फिर अगर 3 आया, 3 जोड़ दिया। तो बेसिकली एक एरे मेंटेन किया है 9 साइज का, एंड यहाँ पे मुझे पता है 1 पे +2 होगा, तो एंड 5 पे -2, तो ये +2 कैरी करता गया, +2 कैरी करता गया, +2 एंड यहाँ से -2 हट जाएगा तो 0 हो जाएगा। अंडरस्टूड द मेथड? Understood the method? What they did basically followed up with this particular index, and whenever we were at first, they added a +2, and on fifth they decreased a -2. Similarly, on 3 they added a +3 and kept on +3 +3 +3 +3 till at this moment they removed 7. Clear? Clear, everyone? Has everyone understood this? Has everyone understood this? Easy one. Has everyone understood this? बोल दो बोल दो बोल दो। US from everyone. US from everyone. I move to the next. US from everyone. I move to the next. Clear. That this one will have a time complexity of big O of n near about. If range 1000 is not given, then the other method that we did, you have to use. The first method that we did. The first method that we did, you have to use that method. Okay. Okay. So we are pretty much done with the next one as well, the carpooling. Which one will you do? Palindrome partitioning or burst balloons? Which one? Palindrome partition. That's an easy one. I'll read the question and then we'll get started. How many of you have done palindrome partitioning, by the way? Burst balloon कर दो. Burst balloon करें या palindrome partitioning करें? सोच के बताओ. Burst balloons. Okay. Let's do burst balloons. You can find a palindrome partitioning in my SD sheet. I've already made a video on this. This one is a better one, so I'll recommend you to read this question, and then we can get started with this one. Please read this question, and then I'll get started. अभी थकान हो जाता है ऑफिस के बाद क्लास लेना। दोनों कर देते हैं, ये कर लो फिर पैलिंड्रोम कर ले। या एसडी शीट में है पैलिंड्रोम पार्टीशनिंग है। Let's say in the SD sheet. I'm doing burst balloons only. You can watch the video if you want. Have you done today's question? Yeah, it was easy. I've done this. Yeah, we have done these questions. We will be doing burst balloons. वीडियो नहीं है, पैलिंड्रोम पार्टीशनिंग का वीडियो मैं लास्ट में तब भी बता दूंगा। सबमिट कर देते हैं लास्ट की तरफ, अगर टाइम बचता है 2 घंटे के बाद, अगर मेरे में एनर्जी बचता है। मैं रिकर्सिव बताऊंगा, रिकर्सिव बताऊंगा आज। बहुत जल्दी और इजी इजी क्वेश्चंस है आज, तो आज इजी इजी क्वेश्चंस है। पिछले महीने का टफ थे। एमसीएम, इट्स एमसीएम, इट इज एमसीएम। I want to read the question and then we'll get started. Get started in a couple of minutes. Okay? Get started in a couple of minutes. Okay, let's get started. So what's the question? You're given n balloons. So for an example, let's check it over here. Three one five eight. So 3158 is what it looks like. Open. 3158 is what it looks like. So basically, what they are saying is burst balloons. So whenever you're bursting a balloon, for an example, they are deciding that they're gonna burst something as 1 at first. So if they burst 1, they will be getting something as 3 into 1 into 5. So when you're bursting a balloon, the number that you get is the number itself, something on the left and something on the right. So after this, the array will be like 3, 5, 8 because the balloon 1 has been burst out. Next, I think they have decided to burst 5. So now if you decide to burst 5, ideally 5's left would have been 1 and 5's right would have been 8. But that's not in this case. Now 5's left is 3. So what I can say is, okay, this time 5's left is 3 and the right is 8. So that's the answer. So if I'm deciding to burst out this. So now the array will be left out to be 3, 8. So assuming again they might be deciding to burst 3 this time. So if I decide to burst 3, it's going to give me 3 cross at 8 cross at 1. Remember, if there is nothing on the left or nothing on the right, you take it as 1. So I burst it. Next, you're remaining with 8, and that's considered as 1 into 8 into 1. Left 1, right 1. So if you add them up, the summation, whatever you get, which is over here 167. The question states you have to burst it in such a way that it's maximized or minimized. Maximized. Understood? Question. You have to burst them in such a way. Like you could have decided to burst 5 at the very beginning. You could have decided to burst 8 at the very beginning. That's your choice. I'm no one to say. Make sense, everyone? Has everyone understood this? Has everyone understood this? Has everyone understood this? Question clear. You have to decide how will you, like in which pattern or in which order will you burst the balloons. That's what you need to decide. Okay. So order is something which you cannot determine. If you start from the beginning. Why? Because just imagine if you try to write a code. If you try to write a code where you start from the beginning, you're like, okay, let's burst 5. But then you have to rearrange the array. Then there will be a stuff where you say, okay, leave out 5, then you have to rearrange the array. So there will be a concept of rearranging array coming across. So if you try to try out all solutions, that's n factorial. Like if I try to try out all the solutions, it will go as n factorial because there will be n factorial ways in which you can burst the balloons, which is definitely not the way. Even if I think of doing a recursion kind of thing and doing some optimizations, still that will be exponential. Now, even if I think of writing a recursive DP solution, I cannot start from the beginning by thinking, okay, this is the first balloon that I'll burst. Why? Because if you're deciding you'll burst someone, the DP will, like the array will shrink and it will be dependent on what you have burned previously. There'll be dependency factor remaining. So definitely you cannot start from the beginning. So this is where the intuition comes that, okay, I cannot start from the beginning. I need to start from the back. Yeah, I need to start from the back. So for an example, let's take this example, 3158. Okay. Now, for safety reasons, to avoid, I'll just put a 1, 1 on the left and right because I don't want to add edge cases like greater than 0 hai ki nahi. I don't want to add these cases. For safety reasons, I've done these things. For safety reasons. Why in factorial? Because you'll try out all the possible ways. So, okay, fine. Let's think about this. अरे n factorial ना होगा. पहले वाले का options कितने तुम्हारे पास? पहले वाले का options n pick कर सकते हो. कोई भी n element पहला हो सकता है balloon. Next n-1 है, कोई भी हो सकता है. Next n-2 है, कोई भी हो सकता है. n into n-1 into n-2. Dream follow, got it? Why n factorial? because at first there will be n choices, next n minus 1 choices, next n minus 2 choices, next n minus 3 choices, and so on. Make sense, everyone? Is that clear? ओके कूल। वही तो, कहां से स्टार्ट करना है हमें पता नहीं है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, हम उल्टा सोचेंगे। अपन उल्टा सोचेंगे कैसे? अपन बोलेगा अच्छा खत्म कहां हो सकता, मुझे पता है, आई नो वन थिंग, these are the elements, out of these one might be the last element. Do you agree? Do you agree that one might be the last element? Any one of them might be the last element. Now can I say, if 3 is the last element, then the answer that 3 will add is 1 into 3 into 1. Agreed? If 3 is the last element, it will be 1 into 3 into 1. Right? फोन में मैं लिंक्डइन देख रहा हूँ डूड, लिंक्डइन चलाता रहता हूँ, कमेंट्स हो रहा है डूड। चल ब्रो चल। 1 क्रॉस 3 क्रॉस 1, ठीक है। वो उमर चला गया भाई सोल्यूशन देख के पढ़ाने वाला, वो दूसरे बंदे का, सारे सोल्यूशन इधर है, टेंशन मत ले डूड। Okay, so if I say 1 might be the last element, so the answer that will be added is 1 crossed 1 crossed 1. If I say 5 is the last element, 1 crossed 5 crossed 1. If I say 8 is the last element, 1 crossed 8 crossed 1. Why 1? Because अगर last element है तो भाई last element के बगल में थोड़ी कोई होगा, कोई थोड़ी होगा। Will there be anyone in the left or right? No. So if I say these are the last elements, can I say makes sense? I can decide who is the last element. Can I decide this? That who will be the last element? Do you agree with me or not? Do you agree with me or not? Do you agree with me or not? Like you can decide either of them will be the last element. You can decide that who will be the last element. Does everyone understand till here? Like if any one of them is the last element, okay? Do you agree that any of these will be the last element? Agree करते हो कि नहीं? बताओ यार, बताओ मुझे। Agree करते हो, right? अभी अगर मैंने 3 को चूज कर लिया तो बचा कौन? 158 बचा, 158। अभी 158 में कौन लास्ट हो सकता है? सेकंड लास्ट कौन हो सकता है 158 में? सोच के बताना। अगर मैं बोलूं कि 158 में जस्ट इससे पहला वाला एलिमेंट 5 था, तो कहना इसे 5 अगर है तो इसका मतलब ये एलिमिनेट हो चुका होगा। मैं पीछे से जा रहा हूं तो मतलब जो सेकंड लास्ट एलिमेंट वो 5 है, तो इसका लेफ्ट बंदा कौन होगा? क्योंकि पहले 3 था, तो 3 से पहले 3 और 5 होगा ना, होगा कि नहीं? होगा कि नहीं? तो अगर 3 और 5 होगा तो आंसर में क्या होगा? 5 into 3 into 1. Understood? If I go one step back, the last element was 3. The prior to that will be 3 and 5. If I'm saying it will be 5 crossed 3 crossed 1. Understood? So I can be like, okay, 5 crossed 3 crossed 1. Now if I go a bit back, अगर मैं 5 को ले लिया, मेरे पास 8 बचेगा, फिर 1 बचेगा, है कि नहीं? तो अगर 3 या फिर 3 5 होगा, या फिर अभी 3 5 8 होगा, या फिर 3 1 8 होगा, है कि नहीं? पीछे से गया तो अगर 3 5 8 हुआ, इफ इट्स 3 5 8, तो आंसर में क्या ऐड होगा? 8 आया, तो 8 का आंसर क्या होगा? 8 के लेफ्ट में 5, राइट में 1। अगर 1 लिया तो क्या होगा? अगर मैं 1 लिया इसके बाद, तो 1 के राइट में 8 3। पीछे से जाने से समझ पा रहे हो लेफ्ट और राइट में क्या रहेगा? आर यू बीइंग एबल टू realize what will be there on the left and right if you're going from the bottom to the up? Do you agree? Do you agree? If you need maximum, इन दोनों में से जो मैक्स है वो ले लो। Getting an intuition of how am I trying to build up a solution? Is everyone getting an intuition? I'll definitely repeat. Let's repeat once more. Abhishek, let's repeat once more. Okay. So I was sure that 3 was the last one. I'm saying who can be the last? assume 5 is the last. Assume 5 is the next last. So before 3, the state of the array was 5, 3, 5. Before 3, the state of the array, assume it to be 3 and 5. So what will be the answer? What will be it added? What will be the answer added to it? बताओ क्या आंसर added होगा? खुद तुम मुझे बताओ. अगर 3, 5 होता तो 5 अगर मैं बर्स्ट करता तो क्या आंसर ऐड होता? खुद सोच के बताओ. मैं नहीं बोलूंगा. मैं नहीं बोलूंगा. You guys tell me. What would have been added? What would have been added? Jinish, you did not decide. There are 4 options. तुम चारों options को लेके चलोगे. जो मैक्स आएगा उनमें से लोगे. Right? Plus 3, 5 cross 1 where this is the balloon. Agreed? Agreed? Correct. Now if I say right before this, before 3, 1, 5, before 3, 5, what could have been the state? Think and tell me. There are 2 states possible. There could have been 2 states possible. 2 स्टेट पॉसिबल होता 3, 5 के पहले एक स्टेट ले लेते इनमें से 3, 1, 5 ले लेते. हो सकता है 3, 1, 5 इससे पहले 1 बर्स्ट हुआ हो ही सकता है. हो ही सकता है 1 बर्स्ट हुआ. अगर 1 बर्स्ट हुआ होगा तो आंसर में क्या ऐड होगा? 3 क्रॉस 1 क्रॉस 5. और इससे पहले हो सकता है मैंने बस्ट किया हो 8 को. तो अगर मैंने 8 को बस्ट किया था तो आंसर में क्या ऐड होता? 8 क्रॉस 5 क्रॉस 1. तो ऐसे तुम्हें पता है there can be multiple elements which can be previously burst. So can you try out all the paths? Can you try out all the paths? Now understood? Either 3, 1, 5 की जगह तुम उल्टा भी कर सकते थे. तुम बोलते नहीं 8 लेंगे. 8 लेते तो इसके जगह क्या आता? 5 क्रॉस 8 क्रॉस 1 इधर आता. Understood अब? Understood? You just have to decide who is the element. You just have to decide who is the element. Clear है? Now I think it's clear. Now clear, Abhishek, everyone. Can I get a yes if you've got it now? Can I get a yes if you've got it? Yes or no? Clear? So that's the intuition. Simple enough. Smartwatch, Apple Series 6. Max of both. Yes, max of both. So yeah, you just do that. Just do that. So can I say one thing? Slight observation. I'll just change the color to give you the observation. If my subarray was this, and if I was picking up 5, and I'm saying 5 is the last element in this subarray, क्या मैं कह सकता हूँ 5 के लिए अगर ये इंडेक्स है तो array of index, और अगर ये subarray left है और ये right है, so what will be the answer? Array of right plus 1, because 5 will be the last of this. So 5 का अगर लास्ट रहेगा तो ये लेफ्ट गाय होगा और ये राइट गाय होगा. अग्री करते हो? Do you agree? Do you agree? Because if that's the last guy, because in this case I'm saying before 3, 5 was the last guy. So for 5, 3 will be the left guy, and for 5 this guy will be the right guy. So I'm getting a formula. If the subarray is from left to right, and I'm getting a formula. If the array is from left to right, and I'm saying any particular index to be the last element, then it will be responsible for adding left minus 1 plus a of right plus 1. Agreed? Agreed? And if this is gone, how many subarrays are left? This portion of subarray is left, and this portion of subarray is left to be solved. So I will call the function to now solve left comma index minus 1, and I'll call the function to solve index plus 1 comma right. Agreed? Because initially पूरा लेके गया था, उसमें से एक बंदा को बोला तू लास्ट है, अब फिर छोटे छोटे एरेज बने, छोटे छोटे को सॉल्व करके सबका मैक्स लेंगे. Agree हुआ? Is this formula clear to everyone? Why is this? Why is this tough? What I'll repeat now. 2 बार repeat कर दिया. आया समझ में? कितने लोग को आ गया समझ में? How many of you got this? How many of you got this? Like in this example, the simple stuff that you did, 3, 1, 5, 8. right? So if you're picking up 3, basically the subarray was this. So if you picked up 3, it was like 3 into ये वाला portion पे 1 था, ये वाले portion पे 1 था, 3 into 1 किया था, एंड फिर इस सबारे को बोला था सॉल्व कर जाके, इस सबारे को बोला था कि नहीं सॉल्व कर लेता वो जाके सॉल्व, ठीक है? It would have solved that guy. So this guy would have been solved. Now in 158, I was saying 5 was the minimal. 5 was the first guy. 5 into इधर क्या था 1, इधर क्या था 3. याद है ये स्टेट 3 3 5. तो अगर 5 ले लिया 2 स्टेट्स बचेंगे. लेफ्ट टू राइट बेसिकली सबारे को डिटरमाइन किया. 3 लेने के बाद इतना ही तो बचता है, तो लेफ्ट एंड राइट ये डिटरमाइन कर दिया. तो जैसे 5 लिया था, 5 का आंसर क्या था 5 into 3 था. 3 लेफ्ट से पहले होगा और ये वाला 1 इससे होगा, क्योंकि जब तुम 5 लोगे मतलब ये बंदे है ही नहीं ना, ये बंदे तो है ही नहीं. अगर तुम एक एरे से बहुत एलिमेंट्स है और इस बंदे को ले रहे हो और ये बंदा तुम बोल रहे हो लास्ट है, तो ये बंदे तो होंगे नहीं ना. अगर ये बंदा लास्ट है ये बंदे तो होंगे नहीं ना, और ये होंगे, तो ये इंटू ये और ये होगा. गॉट इट? क्लियर? मैंने एमसीएम पढ़ाया होता तो ये दिस वुड हैव बीन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ दैट, बट होपफुली यू गॉट दिस. Has everyone got this? Cool. Understood. थोड़ा तो हार्ड है, हाँ थोड़ा हार्ड है. अगर डीपी नहीं आता तो थोड़ा हार्ड है, बट काफी इजी है. मतलब you just have to figure out which is the last case. So what I'll do is I'll try to solve this now. फटाफट कोड करते हैं. So I can say what I'll do is nums dot स्टार्टिंग में ऐड कैसे करते हैं वेक्टर में, स्टार्टिंग में पुश कैसे करते थे, इंसर्ट होता था ना. Like I can add a nums dot pushback. Like I'll try to add a nums dot pushback of 1 basically to the end. How do you insert it in the first? If I remember, it was like insert nums dot begin. This is how we do it. If I remember it well. Can someone just confirm? Very low viewers. So tagging dot 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 for each. It's a matrician multiplication. This is what we used to write. Is it? I forgot. Let me quickly check this. C++ भूल चुका हूँ जावा में कोड करके. Oh yeah, it has been added. That's perfect. Okay, so I'll just write a function and I'll say the function to have the subarray from this to now 1 back, because I don't care about the last couple of ones. This is where it goes. I can have a DP array as well, which I'll see afterwards. I will be like private int f int I int j. Okay, and definitely I can have a vector int of db. Okay, so int I of j done, right? So if just in case the subarray is over, I don't need to do anything. Return 0, and I can say who can be the anyone. Like I can keep it as left and right to have a better explanation. Since I explained it as left and right, I can keep this as the left is greater than right. So int index is equal to, like, choose any element to be the last element. Choose any element. You can choose any element to be the last element. So you can just go on from left. You can just go on till right, and you can do an index plus plus. Okay, now what you can say is, okay, what can be the costing? The cost can be array of index, or whatever is the array, nums of index into nums of left minus 1, the formula that we determined, and nums of right plus 1, correct? Plus, so if I am doing this, I need the maximum. अब मैं दो सब एरेज में जा रहा हूँ, मैक्सिमम में दो सब एरेज में जा रहा हूँ. एक सब एरे है इंडेक्स माइनस लेफ्ट माइनस 1, और एक सब एरे है इंडेक्स कॉमा राइट माइनस 1. अब इन दोनों को मैं बर्स्ट करूंगा. अब इनमें से जो मैक्स आएगा, मतलब सारे को चूज करने के बाद जो मैक्स आएगा, I can keep it as int bean. So I can be like maxi is equal to max of maxi comma cost. So this is what I can, and at the end of the day I can definitely return maxi. So probably I can give the DP over here, I can give the DP as well over here, I can give the nums over here, I can also give the nums over here. Okay, so over here I can definitely give a vector of int, and I can definitely give the nums. Okay, so good to me. I can give the nums. I'll put the DP afterwards. Let's see if this works. Ah, okay, there's a problem. That's correct. That's correct. नहीं सही है, सही. अगर मैं I'm gone mad. मेरा दिमाग, अब मेरा पारा जा चुका है. सुबह 10 बजे से मैं काम कर. In the morning I'm working, so I'm almost done for today. Cool. So just add DP to here. DP of IJ. लाइक कर देना स्ट्रीम अगर देख रहे हो तो, ठीक है. DP of IJ is not equal to -1. पढ़ा रहा हूँ तो पढ़ा ले रहा हूँ, वरना ऐसे मन नहीं है. To be very honest, I'm done for today. Yeah. Journal completed. Just look at my level of concentration. It's gone almost. Otherwise, I don't do so much mistakes usually. लैपटॉप फोड़ने वाला था अगर ये नहीं चलता तो. मैं अभी कर ही रहा था इस सवाल को. क्लास से पहले किया था. अच्छा सवाल तो. हाँ, इट्स गुड. Cool. How you do it? Quite simple. Don't complicate stuffs. It's about choose any element to be the last element in the array. Left, right. Got this? Has everyone got this? क्लियर है सबको? आ गया समझ में? फर्स्ट बलून आ गया? श्योर अमित, श्योर, वेल डन. The complexity, the complexity will be n square and then there's a loop, so n cube. n cube. अब बाद में देखेंगे. मेरे पास कार नहीं यार, अपन घर खरीदते, कार नहीं. कार, I personally feel कार is not a necessity, at least for me. पता नहीं, मतलब ठीक है, आपको खरीदना आप खरीद सकते हो, बट for me a home has always been a better stuff to buy because that is where you can live. The car is not a necessity. That's what I have always felt. And so yeah, for me it is always home before car because क्या करूँगा, कार को गैरेज में पड़ा रहता. doesn't make sense. स्कूटी है अपने पास, स्कूटी चला. कार ही नहीं खरीदना है, अभी नहीं खरीदना है. खरीदेंगे तो अच्छे ऑडी मर्सिडीज लेंगे, अभी नहीं, फ्यूचर में. Okay, cool. So I think that should be it for today. I'm super got super tired, but got super tired for today. क्वेश्चन लगाने के सही तरीके, कुछ ऐसा सही तरीका नहीं है. पैलिंड्रोम करना है, अरे जी मेरा वीडियो है, उस पर देख लेना. Like go to YouTube, just go to YouTube. I think that should be the first video that should pop up. Ideally, like if you do palindrome partitioning, if you do a palindrome partitioning, I think this is the first video that will come across. So I just watch it across. ठीक है, palindrome partitioning देख लेना, बात बाकी तो सही है. Cool. I think we're pretty much done for today. I'll go and have a good sleep. I will meet tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Is when I'll do a Fen Victory class. I'm not expecting a lot of crowd on the Fen Victory class, but still I'll do tomorrow 2 o'clock Fen Victory because I think there are some people who are waiting for me to teach Fen Victory. So yeah, in case you want to come and attend the Fen Victory class, you're most welcome. It will be a couple of hours or 3 hours of class at 2 in the afternoon. Okay. So you can definitely join me. Okay. Cool. Bye bye.